Yeah. So what is the difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist? Great question. So a dietitian is someone who has cumulatively 6 years of schooling. When I was in school, you only needed a bachelor's degree in order to become a dietitian, but now it is a master's. So your entire schooling is around nutrition science, and of course some fun cooking classes, which I wasn't very good at, but it was still fun. So your entire curriculum is basically about nutrition science, learning about the ins and out of macronutrients, micronutrients, metabolism, medical nutrition therapy, like a lot of detail. When we graduate, you have to have a degree in dietetics, and you then have to apply for an internship. When you apply for this internship, you get in, you kind of go around different types of dietetic jobs. Like I know for me, I was at a school for a little bit. I was at a hospital. I was at a food bank. I was at an HIV clinic. I did eating disorder rotation. So it kind of gives you the experience of all the different jobs you can do as a registered dietitian. So you have a master's degree, you have 1,200 hours of supervised experience, and then you sit for a national board exam. It's a proctored exam. You go in, and I will say it's definitely one of the hardest exams I've ever taken in my life, because they are asking you about every little thing that you've learned while you were in school. So they can ask you a question about a tube feeding, on how to calculate that. And they can also ask you a question about how many lemons does it take to make lemonade. Not even joking, that was on my exam. When it comes to a nutritionist, ultimately anyone can claim themselves as a nutritionist, unfortunately. A lot of times it's someone who has taken like a 6-week course. And I'm not saying what they're learning is wrong. You do not learn all about nutrition and how it works with different bodies and medical nutrition therapy and everything that I just named that someone learned over ultimately 6 years schooling and then about 1.5 or 2 years in an internship. So 8 years in total of what a dietitian learns on nutrition versus someone who learns nutrition within 6 weeks. So the difference is we are board certified. We have spent a lot of time and hours learning about the body and nutrition, compared to someone who has only 6 to 8 week course, hasn't gone through the supervised internship or gained different experiences. So for Florida, I am a Florida licensed dietitian. I have to keep up with certain continuing educations. In order to keep your license, you have to do that.